Ah, yes, that's fair.
because like I don't know, like the whole story with the AVP2 community is so volatile, and there's some undesirable people in it, and they basically the one guy, his name's Rami. He so way back in 2008 when I originally made the master server patch, he he needed some of the code base to make his mod work with it. So we openly shared our changes, right, as we should, and he was very grateful for that. And then he had this awesome idea. Hey, why don't we combine both code bases and then we can make like one super mod? We're like, dude, that's a great idea. Awesome. So he sent us all of his code. We merged it all, and at that point, he realized that his code was sharing our code base, and he lost his shit.
Hmm.
And he wanted it all to himself. And he literally blamed us for stealing his code. Like, dude, you gave it to us to integrate. Like,
Yeah,
what the
this
fuck?
yeah this thing those things can happen, and it sucks.
It sucks, but you know what? At the end of the day, it is what it is. You can get mad all you want. Um, so when I left the community, he we gave him control because we were done with it, right? So he had control of it, and he globally but like banned every player because he was done playing the game himself. So he banned everybody, which
Oh,
sucks.
yeah.
So the community had an uproar. There was a new guy that joined, and he kind of got it back to where it should be. But then he started turning the master server patch into a mod, which it was never designed to be a mod. It was just to reinstate the original version from Monolith. So people lost their shit on him, understandably so. And then after all that bullshit, the dude gives it back to Rami because he was done with it. And then Rami globally banned people all over again. He was banning. He banned me from the entire game just because he doesn't like me. If he didn't like you on a server, he would just ban you forever. Like it, yeah.
Mm.
So, anyways, this whole ordeal, we got it back from him. We convinced the old maintainer of the code, like, dude, you need to give us what you have, and we'll run it. And he did. So we in about like 2 weeks we released a brand new version with like a shit ton of fixes. And Rami's version, he tried to update it to keep up with us, but he did something that it literally crashed every time you started the server. It would crash every time a player joined. It would crash. So people just abandoned his version and started using ours, which is great because like we were where it originally started, right? But yeah, the ABD community has a lot of hackers and a lot of bullshit like that.
Mhm.
Fear too, right? I mean, it has lots of hackers.
I never play Fear 2 online.
Oh, you mean? Oh, I never played the the two online. And I never played the. I
Oh,
never.
sorry, no, I meant just fear combat. Sorry.
Oh,
Fear Combat.
yeah. That's true.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, it's because Fred didn't do his work correctly.
Okay, so I have a question for you both, and like
Mm,
I don't understand it. This Fred guy.
Oh,
yeah,
he just made the patch for Sec
yeah.
2, yeah, and
Yeah, but
because
why can't he keep his servers online?
oh, you
Uh,
tried to play I didn't play it like since months and maybe even a year, but last time I played a lot of combat. I think it was like 1 year ago, and
Hmm.
there was not a lot of issues with it. It was pretty smooth, and there was like there was at least people on the DM, TDM, STF, and even slow mo. So there was choices, but I think now it's just scrap. So yeah,
I just don't understand like why his servers crash all the time. Like, dude, like this is how people play your game. Like, get it up.
yeah. But the thing is also like alone doing this. I think because there's not a lot of programmer, so you know it's not that easy because you probably have a life and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, I offered to help him, but he didn't seem really interested in sharing anything that he had.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, I don't really know him personally, so I cannot really answer that. But yeah, I mean, at least he did something, you know. So it's not
I
like
offered him a VPS server, like free of charge, and he said no.
and yeah, yeah, for the download link, everything like the downloading custom content, it's so slow. It's really it's bad.
Oh,
And
I was downloading the Fear Public tools at
yes,
like 20 kilobytes a second.
yes, it's
Like
pretty
what?
bad. And then when a new player want to get the game, they just get Fear Combat there, and it's like only 1 gig, but it takes so much time because the speed
I
sucks.
know.
Yeah, like it's just one gig, and like today's games are like more than 50. So like what the fuck?
Right?
Yeah,
Oh well, whatever, right? As long as we can get it and play it, that's the main thing.
it's like it will be faster to upload it like to Mediafire or something like this to someone else.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
dear
fuck.
God.
Whatever.
Uh, hey Benny,
Yeah, I saw the penis.
do you know who sent me this? That guy Rob Meyer. You know he made thousands of test maps. He made this and sent me.
What? I don't understand what you mean.
You know that guy Rob Meyer. He made dozens of test maps.
Soft and what? 3ds Max, you mean?
Okay. You know that guy Rob Meyer.
Oh,
He
Robin.
made
Okay.
dozens. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He sent me this picture.
Oh, okay.
Small police-sized penis one.
that's an inside joke for the editor.
Penis one, penis two, nice. Small poly
Small
size.
poly
That's
size,
that's
so,
good.
small penis. Yeah,
That's good. That's
that's a
good.
joke. That's good. Yes.
Fuck. Alright, I need to get some boxes going on here.
This guy is doing Fear Combat maps, I think.
Mm, he stopped. He says that Fear is a pretty dead game and he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Oh, the Mystery is dead. Yes.
Then
You know,
he
it's
can.
it's funny because like Alien vs Predator 2 almost has more players than Fear does.
Oh, it would probably have more. I mean, it's probably a better multiplayer in general because Fear Combat is good, but it's lacking like content and it's like really standard stuff. So and VP2
Yeah.
has like more like original idea, you know. Like even Fear 3 has more like original idea than the first one. It's just that the thing is that the first one the core gameplay is so good that it makes the multiplayer awesome. So this is the only
Yeah.
reason, yeah. But the multiplayer itself is not really great. It's just that the base game is so good that yeah.
When Fear 2 came out, I was actually pretty happy. I didn't mind it. Like I found it kind of fun,
Oh, you mean
but
okay?
but but then when you kept playing online, it was like, okay, this really sucks.
But I mean, it's more like Call of Duty, I think.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's
It
just
didn't
that,
really have much inspiration behind it whatsoever. It's kind of like, oh, this is Fear. We're using the same name, but it's completely not the same.
but like the multiplayer for the third game has like really good ideas in it,
Oh yeah, totally.
even if the games suck. I mean, they try like to do something different, and they try to do like something that fit more with like Fear and more like
Hmm.
original game modes rather than your typical like deathmatch and stuff.
Yeah, which is nice to have that uh,
Well, it's
ambition, I guess.
yeah, it's good to have both. I think like the standard deathmatch and stuff, and like maybe like some really original game mode. I think that's the best way.
I remember when hang on here. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I gotta just place these lights very carefully. Sorry.
Shit
So
happens.
right now I have 428 lights in individual lights in this map,
Oh shit.
and it's all light map. So
Yeah, yeah.
it takes a while. Well, it takes a while.
Yeah, normally you don't really with lights map you don't really care about the number of lights, but it still takes time to like calculate them. So
Oh, it takes a really long time. I wish it was faster.
yeah, I'm sure the editor for Half-Life 2 is the same thing. That takes like can takes up to like 30 minutes if the map is really big because of the light maps.
So Half-Life 2 uses so back in the day when we used to mod for Quake, the original Quake level compiler was called Q3 map.
Mm-hmm.
It came with the Quake 3 game, and you can make your own maps, do all the cool stuff. But it was also open sourced, and then people started making Q3 map 2. And Q3 map 2 is really where um, Call of Duty's based uses it. Half-Life 2 uses a version of it. You know, it's huge. But what they did is they've given you support for bounce lighting effects and stuff like that. And it's configurable up to 48 light bounces, which is awesome. The only issue, obviously, with 48 light bounces is that it would take a lot longer to compile your map. But the amount of like detail lighting effects that you can get in the Half-Life engine or the Quake 3 game is amazing. Like it's stunning. But that's old technology now by today's standards. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, a light mapper is a light mapper. It has one job: light map your scene. So who cares how
Well,
old it is, right?
that's true.
Get those GI bounce in.
Hell yeah, GI bounces are beautiful.
Get those color bleed in also.
Yep,
And
color bleed, all that
yeah,
stuff. It plays a huge role in the realism of like
yeah,
your level and stuff.
yeah, and mirror edge knows what color bleed is also.
Oh, here's that
Yeah,
just beautiful.
I know. It's
Mm,
like 2008 also, so it's crazy. But it's all like light maps, and it's just because I mean when you're doing light maps, it's better to use a good baker that do those. Like use something like that does the quality of a pre-rendering baker because I mean it's static anyway, so the goal is to get the best light maps possible.
Yeah, and I mean at the end of the day, who cares if it's light mapped? It looks freaking awesome.
Yeah,
And
that's
don't get me
true.
wrong, like a real time GI with the RTX cards, it looks amazing. But you if you can get it done cheaper to run on more hardware, why wouldn't you do that?
Oh, the static lighting are still looking better than real-time GI, of course.
For sure. Like I have an RTX card, and the Quake 2 demo that they did is super impressive. Like it looks awesome. But I mean, it's just that it's a demo. You can see the real time denoiser in action, and depending if you whip your camera around fast enough, you can see the old denoising image. It'll like stay static on your screen and then eventually clear up, like over like probably like 20 frames. So you can see it, and it kind of ruins the experience a little bit. But I mean, it is real time and it's pretty fucking cool. um, I know with oh fuck, I have a leak. How did I get a leak? Are you fucking kidding me? I
nope.
didn't change any geometry. Fuck sakes. So where's it being leaked from?
So like
Fuck.
2 squares done.
Um,
Okay.
the guy said he reacted with the logo and it doesn't work. I think so.
leaked right here? No.
Mm. Hey, the new guy reacted with the logo. Is there something else he must do?
No.
Mm,
He just
no,
needs
no.
to like he just needs to click the liftback icon like to react to that post with it.
Yeah, he clicked
Oh,
the.
crazy! Yeah, he did. He should be ready to post. Unless my bot is down for some reason.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
I
see him.
yeah the Discord brain fart or something.
Yeah, let me.
No,
Oh,
really.
my bot's offline. No, he's there. He goes.
Yeah.
Done.
I can see him now.
Yeah, my bot was offline.
So I will have to
Wow,
add the
bad,
role manually.
bad.
I need to make my own because I don't like relying on someone else's.
Mm,
Mm,
All right, where is this fucking thing leaked from? Why is it leaking there?
fucking
Are you
leak.
kidding me? For fuck's sakes. Let's increase that, I guess. See what happens.
come on, come on.
Okay,
Whoop.
so there's this. So in the Talon games and Jupiter, you have the slider reference, and it changes the way the BSP tree is calculated. Um, I literally moved it one notch, and I didn't have the leak anymore. I don't know why. Fucking thing. Okay, I need to get this bot up and running again.
Yes, that would be a good
Stupid
idea.
fucking thing. Reaction rolls. I don't know why
I'll
he's.
also on your on the website we need to not forget to add some tools like to mod like the NVIDIA filter, normal map filter, and some stuff like that. I think it would be a good idea to add them on
Yeah,
the main site.
that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how do I get this thing back on the. For fuck's sakes. Don't want to join the development team. I just want you back in my server. Oh.
Hey, beep beep.
All right, so on draft settings for the lighting, it takes a minute 34 to compile the map. On full like production mode, it's like 10 minutes.
Oh yes,
That's pretty crazy.
the map I'm working on, it takes like 10 seconds to compile.
Yeah, because you have the added benefit of sectors, whereas I don't.
Well, there's no light maps,
Well, that too.
so
The light map calculation only takes about 40 seconds on draft,
okay.
which isn't bad. Oh fuck, this level's looking awesome. I can't wait to get Monolith playing this thing. Are you guys gonna download Alien vs Predator 2 and join in on the match on the 18th?
I have Alien vs Predator.
I actually never played it, so maybe.
Yeah, I like it so far.
Yeah, I would recommend playing through the single player campaign. It's really awesome. But as far as multiplayer goes, it's just it's a mess. It's awesome. It's just chaos.
Yeah, it's sick. I know.
Like you get three different races, each with their own abilities, duking it out, and
Mhm.
it's so unbalanced. It's just awesome.
So,
It's unbalanced.
It's
mm,
super unbalanced.
Oh yeah,
But I mean
okay.
that's kind of the charm to the game, whereas
Oh,
the
it's
predator,
yeah.
like the heavy predator, for example, can take it can take a full sniper rifle shot to the chest, whereas everything else just explodes. The sniper rifle has 10 rounds. It is a hit scan weapon, and it does
Real gun.
400 damage. Your player only has 100 health and 100 armor.
Mm.
However, having said that, you only have 10 shots with it. There's no reticle on the screen. So it's a little harder to use, but it's not really that hard to use, to be honest. And also the reload time between each shot, the recoil time is probably like one and a half seconds. So if you're not careful, you can get overrun by like AI and aliens pretty bad, pretty fast.
So far, I have issues with main game, but I don't have issues with Primal Hunt. So I play Primal Hunt game single player, and it's it's small. It's really short.
Yeah. What kind of issues are you having with the game?
The game just crashes on loading screen.
Like just randomly?
Well, kind of. You know that loading screen when that assault rifle appears. You know, and just it goes to 20-30% and just shows me back to desktop.
Oh, really? That sucks.
Mm,
This is one issue that we don't know how to fix because we don't have the engine source code, right?
I know.
So hopefully with what Hey Jake is doing, we can at least release a fix for it, which would be pretty nice because then it would allow more players to play the game. Lately, we've been having lots of issues with the D3D input.dll, where if you have a Logitech device, the game just crashes or it won't even launch. Or when you get in the game, you have no mouse or keyboard movement. But it seems to be random as what issues the players are having, which kind of sucks. Wish we didn't have those issues. But you can't have everything, right?
Hey, shit happens.
Yeah.
Cannot do anything about that.
So I got a question for both of you. Where do both of you live?
I live in Bosnia Herzegovina.
Okay. And Benox?
He's from Canada.
Canada?
Mhm.
Oh, he's Bloc. Bloc Quebecois?
Yes,
I-
I'm French Canadian, so I speak French.
I also live in Canada, so hello.
Salut, mais je parle pas, tu parles français.
I don't speak French though.
Yeah, surtout pas ce genre de français en plus. Yeah, not this type of. It's French
No.
Canadian, but it's French, but with some spice.
I see my very limited French is literally from like cereal boxes. But I can understand some of like actual like French from France. The Quebec French, I can't. It's too fast. The slang is all over the place. I just can't.
Yes, it's dirty. It's like
Very.
we took the French and we just beat it to
Essentially,
death.
yes.
Then we
I
speak with that thing that come out.
also very very fast too.
Yeah, some people can talk pretty fast.
I can't wrap my head around it, man. It just is too fast.
He's handsome.
Well, that's very cool that you are Canadian. So hello, fellow Canadian. I actually live over in Calgary, so way
Oh,
on the other side.
yeah. Yeah, Canada is like pretty long, so
It's funny that like our country can hold like 16 European countries.
yeah. Yep.
But I think the coolest part, like I had never been over to Europe, so for me it would be so cool being able to hop from like go to like England, go to Italy, go to Spain, go to Germany, all in
Mm.
one day.
Yeah, that's crazy when you think about it. I
Yeah.
just did. I just went to Europe once because it was like a transfer for because I did go to Africa.
Ooh,
And
cool.
there was a transfer at Europe, so I just saw a little bit of it for real.
That would be cool. I
But
would love to
yeah,
go to countries like that, but
yeah, that was a long time ago. I was like a little kid. I didn't know
yeah.
about modding. So yeah.
You know what the benefit too of like you knowing French, like you can go to Africa, you can go to a lot of those countries where that is the language they speak, whereas I would be fucking lost, man.
Mm,
Well, you need French, Spanish, and English, and maybe and yeah, I mean those three are pretty good,
Yeah.
and maybe Russian.
no, I say no about that.
Okay, sorry.
My friend, like when I was a kid, I grew up in an area and it had a lot of Doukhobors, which are the Russian migrants that came over back in like the fucking 20s. Um, so I got exposed to a lot of Russian, but I'd never ever excelled at it. So my Russian is non-existent. I do catch some of the swear words every now and then, and but
Kurva
that's
pička.
that's kind of what the that's kind of the first thing you learn when you learn a language, or the naughty
Yeah,
words, right?
yeah.
Yeah, when the
So,
Russians speak, it's like it's harsh when they
oh yeah,
speak.
Yeah,
Yeah, it feels harsh.
it is harsh.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, and Russian language is very similar to Bosnian. It's not too much similar. There are some difference, but it is similar. And when Russian is speaking, something I can understand and something I cannot.
I can't understand it. It again, it's like French, like a Canadian French. It's just so fast and nope, I'm done.
I got you, brother.
Uncultured swine. That is me.
And but yeah, Germany is really nice country to be honest.
I
I
would
was
I
there.
would I would love to visit Germany one day. I would love to.
Yeah, I'm planning to go to Germany to live, and work there because Bosnia and Herzegovina is really at a very big economic crisis. And
Mhm.
I plan to go there to live because my sister lives there, and if I ever came there, so let's hang up.
So with you wanting to move to Germany, like you would have to learn German, obviously, right?
Yeah, and I know German.
Okay, cool. Which is nice.
Yeah, ja, ich spreche deutsche Sprache.
Yeah. I can't speak it. I can read it. I can't speak it.
Yeah, I can speak and understand. With kind of fella.
It's crazy, like the just how Canada is. It's so separated from the east to the west, and then you have countries over in Europe where it's normal to know like multiple languages, whereas here you don't need it, and you're never
Mm,
ever going to use it. You know,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, good for you guys. Like knowing more than one language, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Maybe I will get three at some points. That's my goal. But two is pretty good.
Yeah,
Two is great. Okay, where's the volume? Rush, I need a ladder. There's a ladder.
right.
I'm adding ladders in all of my event systems. So in case you're a human, you got to be able to get up. Because the alien has that long jump, and so does the predator. Whereas the human has literally nothing.
Humans are weak.
Humans are probably the most overpowered class in the game
Oh yeah,
because of the weapons.
guns.
Well,
But
not just the guns, but the.
remove the shoot, and humans are bad.
Oh yeah, totally. Whereas the aliens, I mean, that they're just
Natural weapon.
They're just awesome.
Yes.
They're just fucking awesome.
Yes.
All right, let's select you.
So you need to you can decide if which species can climb up the ladder.
No. The ladder works for all species, and you cannot flag. You cannot tell it to like ignore this race or whatever,
Oh, okay.
which kind of sucks. But at the same time, whatever. I'll get over it.
You need to code in.
No.
No, don't touch this.
Actually, we code we coded in some pretty cool things for the next update though. We made it so in Fear you have, and No One Lives Forever 2, you have the conditional scripting. You can be like, if this number is this number, then do that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, this is basic stuff, but it works good.
But Alien vs Predator 2 and No One Lives Forever never had that.
Okay.
So we've actually added that in.
Okay, yes.
So it's even more ancient than Fear.
Yes.
So you basically stole it from Fear.
Yeah, we wrote our own implementation of it and just compiled it in, and it worked like almost first try. It was awesome. The girl we have coding, Alia, she's a machine. She can code so fast and so good.
And all I can do is to write down in C++ hello world, and that's it.
It's amazing what some of the programmers are actually able to do. It's like, wow, how do you do that?
It's like black magic.
Right?
Yes.
It's exactly like black magic. Okay, put you true.
For some reason, if I convert a point light to a spotlight and I change the light radius, the spotlight effect will not scale. I need to replace. I need to delete and add a new one.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know. Because you can, when you place a light, you see the radius with the circle, and you can see the the cone of the spot.
Yep.
But if I replace the entity, the cone will not scale with the light radius. I need to delete and add a new one. Yeah.
Fucking Lithtech.
Yep.
Alright, let's get you up here. There we are.
So, Benny.
Yes.
Did you take the poop?
I can do it right now. Wait, I will
go.
I will do it right now.
Go see my Easter egg.
Where it is.
Yeah, I need to do it that more, and because I can't really do well AI. I mean, I don't know how to do it. So, and you already done it, so you're gonna do AI, but I have done the rest of it.
Do you have an update?
AI is awesome.
Do you have an update for the thing?
Excuse me?
Do you have an update for the thing you did?
I have the idea for it.
No, I mean, do you have an updated file, or is the same file that you send me?
Hold on. I'm gonna send you right now.
I need the last
Hold
one.
on. The last one.
The last one.
Hold on. I'm gonna send you right now.
I want the poop version 2, not the poop version 1.
Okay, hold on. Pretty fast.
But yeah, I can do like soldier AI. I didn't do other type of AI, but I used fear resurrection map to learn how to do AI because there's no information, there's nothing. So okay.
AI is one of the hardest things to get right.
Yes. Yeah, like
But
it's all level design stuff. The AI by itself, like if you place it in the map with nothing, they will do nothing.
Yeah, yep.
I I assume that the AI from Call of Duty will find cover there.
But you need to place the cover yourself because I mean there could be a way to automate make it like automatic, but it will always be bad, kind of, because like there are some of the things you need to do manually because I mean the nav mesh could be automatic. That I
Mm.
think that kind of suck. That kind of suck that you need to do the nav mesh yourself.
Nav mesh is a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, because those things could be automatic, I think. But the node for the cover and the node for like the this is a ladder, this is stairs, like those this is a door, like this need to be placed, and I think that's normal that you need to place those.
It's a it's a lot of work getting that stuff set up, and unfortunately it's not exactly straightforward. And then if you combine like those movable objects and things like that, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah, it takes time.
All right, we'll copy that one. Put you on that side.
Oh shit!
There's
But like
some things that
it's
people forget to do with their maps is they don't color hint with lights.
yes, that's true.
You
And
have to
yeah,
color hint paths, otherwise your players will get lost.
yeah, that's true.
Oh shit! My amplifier is on.
Like if you put like ammo or medkit, you need to like add a light there so you can see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh shit! Just try this room I made.
Is that good there? Yeah, that's fine there. Mirror from back.
Yeah, it's good.
You learn how to play?
Yeah, I know how to play. Just it's hold on. It's 1 a.m. here, and my parents are sleeping, so I need to be
Oh,
quiet.
yeah. Here it's 7 a.m. and I can sleep at whatever hour because I don't work tomorrow. So
It is 5:17 here p.m.
5.
5.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go there.
Yeah. It is 7 is still okay.
You sir are in the future.
Yes, that's true.
Oh shit!
Fuck.
Just
And it's good. It's good when you don't have parents around because I can fucking do whatever I want. So
I haven't had I've been on my own since 19, so it's been a while.
mm-hmm.
Don't gotta worry about that shit.
Options, controls, restore defaults.
Yeah, I can put a country here. That'll be awesome. Fuck yeah.
Do you try it, Benny?
oh yes, I'm doing it. soon.
I have sent you just to make
Uh-oh.
sure.
Yes.
Found a 0 thickness brush. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Fuck. There it is.
So after your multiplayer map, you need to map for fear,
Maybe.
maybe.
Sure.
I actually had a map I was working on to show that Darnell, Liftech Guru.
Mhm.
I was showing him how to do some basic stuff like with the render targets and whatnot.
Ah,
I
yes,
sent him the
though.
map I had, but I don't know what he did with it. I don't know if he was for himself. I don't know.
Can you do the
Yeah.
render? Can you do like the render target reflection on AVP?
No, there's no option for that.
Oh, because
Um,
it's not it's not DirectX 9. It's 8.
with DirectX 8, DirectX, so I mean, you can do it a different way. You can do it with portals, because the way you have your skybox, you have a separate camera that is behind, right? So you could theoretically do what Portal does and use another camera to render on top of an object or through an object, but we don't have the engine code to do that.
Oh, okay.
But it would support it. DirectX 8, you can do that.
Or you
Um,
can also like take the room. You can take the room, make a clone of it, and you rotate it
yes, you can do
under.
that too.
Yeah, this is funny, but you can do this.
You know what though? It works.
Yeah, it works like super well too.
Actually, you know what? AVP2 and No List Forever have a effect parameter that you can apply to a brush called mirror, and it acts like a mirror,
Makes sense.
and it works. But it literally doubles your amount of polygons being shown on screen,
Yeah, it duplicate the whole scene with
the
this.
entire scene, and
Yeah.
it is hard on the renderer. It does not like it. Oh, this
Mhm.
looks awesome. Yeah, this looks great. All right. Oh, so I have an issue with that. That's not good.
You will Bejo, you will need to add more detail on the building.
Hmm?
You will need to add more details on the building.
Yeah, I know. I just started to work
There,
on
there,
that part.
there's there's some boxes.
Yeah, with materials. I know. I'm gonna add some windows and stuff.
Yeah, not necessarily indoor, but like windows and maybe balcony, like apartment balcony, and like lights and vents and
Yeah,
like
yeah, I'll do that.
dirt that come out of the vents on the wall and stuff like this. And like
Yeah, I'm gonna do
the
that.
top of the roof, you need to add the trims. You need to add the trims where there's sharp edges because sharp edges kind of look bad. So
Uh, just to make sure, I just detailed 2 buildings. That's all.
I just saw. I'm looking at some Counter Strike Global Offensive tutorials,
Hmm.
and the way they can add decals is pretty fast, so it's cool.
Yeah, if Fear or AVP had that option, oh my god. Like the decals can add so much to your map because you can make one repetitive area look like something completely else.
Yes, and
It's absolutely amazing.
in Hammer you can just like click on the wall to place it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can just drag it around. And it's like, what?
Yep.
Oh my god, dude. This dude just fixed the Primal Hunt mouse look.
Oh shit.
This Jake guy's awesome, man.
Mhm. He he's doing bad works.
He's doing code
Uh,
stuff. Ooh.
Oh, Thanksgiving dinner. The He-Man means he's Canadian too.
Mm.
And I have
Because America's Thanksgiving is
four.
next month.
I have four. I have four errors on the compile.
Yeah, if your map looks fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Who cares?
Yeah.
Right.
Those files for the single player missions had over 50 errors.
And then I play the map in blue screen.
All right, there we go. You can now walk through the vent. It works perfect. Fuck yeah. So what I'm doing now is I'm adding areas that you can see into, but you can't get to, just to make the map seem a little bigger than it actually is. And it's so far it's going very, very well, like surprisingly well.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking awesome. This Moosehead guy that's typing right now. Yes, there it is. Him and I have known each other for, I want to say like 13 years. He
That's
lives
fine.
in England, and he's an awesome guy.
Oh shit.
Okay, next area is a little waiting area.
Yeah, and Alex, you see that screenshot you sent. If you're gonna add rain, we need to add some water on the ground, you know.
Yeah, we need to add like the water decal or something, and
Mm.
it needs to reflect the world with the render target. And we also need
Yeah,
to make we also need to do a normal map, animated normal map with droplets on the ground.
Doesn't Fear already have one of those?
I don't think so.
yeah,
I
yeah,
thought it
yeah.
did. I thought
I,
it did.
yeah, I think it has droplets.
I don't think it has a droplets, but it has like wet texture.
It definitely has the wet ground texture, but it's
Yeah,
only the one pavement one.
no, I think it has two wet texture, like only two. So yeah.
Yeah, there's not many. I definitely know that,
Well, there's
but it
not.
wasn't really used much because it's
Yeah.
so like back. You can think back in the day how like the target CPU and GPU it was we were going for, like a GeForce 5200X ran the game in 640 by 480.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
They
hard.
like they didn't use all the power. So
No,
now we can use like just before it lags. We need to we need to go like just before it lags.
unfortunately, with forward rendering, I mean, you can only get so much in there before it actually does lag, right?
Yeah, we only it's 32 bits, so we can only like use one or two CPU, I think, for the engine.
I'm just impressed the game, the engine actually does what it does.
Yeah, I know
Uh,
it like it use only one CPU, I think, and it can do like a lot of dynamic lighting, so it's cool.
There we go. Wayland Utani, stick that
But
logo
like
right there on the
more than 10 more than 10 dynamic lights start to be bad. So
Yeah, more than 10, like the engine just cries.
yep.
That's one thing when we were getting it, doing all the maps for it. Like you add all these lights in to make it looks freaking awesome, and then you run it. It's like, okay, it runs good on a dev system, but then you give it to some guy who has a shitty computer and they do not have a good time.
Yeah, but you can also set the level of detail on each entity. So that
Yes.
the user can just set a medium graphic and it will remove some of the light. So
The shitty part about that though is if you have lots of light fills and they just go away, then your map is so flat and boring looking.
yeah, but the light fill don't take too much.
Not too much, but it's still there, right?
Yeah, of course, but you don't use like 100 light fill.
Yes, you do.
No, but I mean at the same time. I mean at the same time, there's not that much. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
But that's why that's why I'm telling Bajo, like if you want to continue the street, you need to make a turn because you cannot render too much in front.
Mm,
Yeah, making just a little turn in the way helps a lot.
Yeah, all the maps you need to make a lot of turns when there's too much. You cannot do like a long straight room like or a big room when you can see like really far into many rooms. You always need
I
to.
mean, you could, but
Yeah,
the
but
engine won't like it.
yeah, but the thing is that it will either lag or it will looks like shit. So yeah,
or
Usually it's a
both.
little bit of both.
yeah.
Yeah, I just said that half a second earlier. And I have a question for you, Jeff.
Yeah, what's up?
Have you ever met Nathan Greek?
Who's that?
Nathan Greek.
What?
Who is this?
You don't know who is Nathan Greek?
No.
No.
He's the guy who done all the soundtrack for The Fear.
Oh, no.
An employee in Monolith.
No, man. My role there wasn't like really involved. It was just like get these people learning how to use the editor, and like that was it. Because no one knew how to use it, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, I didn't really meet a lot of people.
Just
I was pretty young at the time too.
How young?
Yeah, so the way it worked is, I was underage to work legally in the States. You have to be, I think it's have to be like 21 or some stupid shit. I was just turning 18.
so I know that almost all of the AAA companies want employees with college or something like that, and you, no one doesn't have college at the age of 18. So how do you work then? How,
So in America and in Canada, Benos can actually safely agree with me with this, is a college degree and anything doesn't really they don't care as long as you can do the work. It's
yeah,
convincing that person who's hiring you to hire you.
Yes.
That is the only trick to getting a job in the real world.
yeah, but for example, I'm gonna go to Monolith page official, and there's
I
a career, you know.
I cannot find the thing in the map.
What?
I'm a bad tester.
Bad tester. I can't see it, man.
What exactly do you want?
Oh, okay.
Poop,
I just found it.
the poop.
I just need to be good.
Uh, what exactly? Poop or
And yeah, I can. Oh, okay.
So, for example, like
Oh,
with my current career,
this is actually good.
the poop?
Yeah, I mean the thing.
Yeah, and the thing is, I need the AI there in that bigger.
Yeah, but you need to do the normal AI, and then you can do the Easter egg AI. Okay.
Yeah, I mean we can do that a little later, but the thing is that I made that just at the beginning so I can have that thing done.
Yeah, so you don't forget it because it's super important. No, but I mean,
Yeah.
you need to add Easter egg at some point. That's sure.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
putting an Easter egg in this map. It's going to be a little room, like a little monolith shrine room, and there's going to be the 25th anniversary poster on a wall somewhere, stuff like that. Because I want those posters. I want the signed poster.
yeah, and I made this part of the map, these alleyways, and I put a little Easter egg there. You have a dumpster in one corner, and when you jump across it, there's a toilet and a poop inside. And I put a rotating switch there. If you take a poop, it will transport you to one room, and the lights will turn on, and there will be a bunch of AIs attacking you.
Fuck.
Yeah, and
And
he didn't forget to use spotlight, so that's good.
yeah,
In
Because
the bastard mod, if you grab
spotlights
the
are
baby and
good.
eat it, some weird shit happens.
yeah, and I'm gonna add a plane in front of the toilet with a sign, "Don't take a poop."
And also by the way, the poops rotate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What do you even say to that?
Well, I think I'm gonna get a poster.
So back in Fear days when the Basher mod came out, as we made some other maps, Russ does. He would always make Duke Nukem 3D maps, and we are getting sick and tired of his bullshit maps that are literally just like an export from eDuke 32 and then retextured.
Hmm.
We were getting sick and tired of them, so we had this little hidden area with the Duke Nukem 3D model as well as the pig, and we keyframed them like fucking each other.
Yeah, I know this actually.
Yeah, so you've
And
seen it. So
yeah, this
during
map is the
testing,
best.
yeah, that's an awesome map, right?
Yeah, it's like so fucking it's like so big, and there's so fucking so much stuff in it.
So
You can play Pac-Man
when he's
also.
seen this, he's seen it. We showed him testing, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll come test with that." He's seen it, and then he blocked us. He
Okay.
was so upset because he knew that was a dig, like directly at him. Oh fuck, it was funny. Making that was fun though. That whole
I,
map is just crazy though.
yeah, this map is crazy. There's so much stuff going. There's even like you can fight like Master Chief, and then
Yeah, the
you
Master
can play
Chief fight. That Oh fuck,
you can play
the Master Chief.
Pac-Man.
He's such a dick.
Yeah, but the thing is that you did took it, for that joke with the pig. There's some effort there's some effort in it. Like it's not like lazy, there's some effort. So that's the funny part.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was fun. He hated us so much for that. Oh fuck.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we got over it fast. He didn't.
Wow, bad.
I don't think I like that like that. Doesn't look good.
And okay, uh, I went to Monolith page to the career section, and for example, I just picked one
Mhm.
career, and it says, "What do we require from you? A bachelor's degree or equivalent professional experience required. Approximately 5 to 8 years of professional recruitment or other related professional service function experience required."
Yeah, they don't actually require that. Legally, they have to put that there to give precedence over candidates that do have things like that, but it's not a requirement.
Mm.
For
So it's
example,
like,
the great example is concept artists.
Mhm.
90% of concept artists are people from China, Korea, and they don't have any sort of schooling, but their art's fucking amazing. So no one really cares what they have. It's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever.
So it's like this picture I'm gonna send in this fear chat. Hold on, let me just find it. Yeah, okay. Look at the fear chat.
Hmm. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Game dev isn't for everyone. I can tell you that. I mean, at times it's cool, but it's intense.
Mm,
You will hate your life at times. The long hours are pretty long at times, but I mean, if you're willing to do that, they're definitely going to say, "Yeah, come on board." The unfortunate part is a lot of the companies you can't say no to extra hours,
Red Dead Redemption
which
2.
sucks because they'll look at it and be like, "Oh, you don't want to work, so why are we going to rehire you next project?"
yeah,
Red Dead
and
Redemption 2, is that you?
Yeah, right.
Yes. Ouch.
Yeah.
and the salary is good or
Every game dev does it to a certain point. Some are worse than others. Monolith, typically, every dev does it. I mean, but the Take Two, or whatever you want to call them, Rockstar North, they work their workers to the bone.
Mhm.
Um, like such high-profile games like Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, yeah, it makes sense to a point, but also your employees aren't happy with you whatsoever.
yeah,
So if you do want to do game dev, I mean, I'm gonna stop you, but just expect to work long, crazy fucking hours.
I know that.
All right. As long as you know.
He wants to
Well,
suffer. He
I
wants to suffer.
I know that all of that. But hey, I'm not gonna say that you didn't warn me.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. But and a lot of the times too is that you won't know until you actually do it, right? You might like it, you might hate it. Chances are, if you're passionate about it, you're probably gonna really enjoy it.
So okay, so uh, how long I need to work on the territory of United States to get its citizenship?
So citizenship comes in. Actually, Canada is set up almost the exact same way. It comes in two different formats. You can get a permanent residency, and it'll allow you to work in the states
Mm-hmm,
or Canada and collect an actual paycheck and pay taxes. And then
mm-hmm,
it comes a citizenship, and you have to live a minimum of 5 years within that country.
mm-hmm.
So the first step is to get your permanent residency, which could take up to 5 years, and then it's additional more years on top of that to get your full.
Mm-hmm.
Canada's set up the same way. America's set up the exact same way. So, but the first step is getting a visa and getting a working visa, so that you can pay taxes. Otherwise, they're not gonna pay any
So,
attention to you.
so
They're like, get out of our country.
it's gonna be hard for me to get here.
It won't be hard. If you can show a company your worth, they will also sponsor you. So they will pay for your visa. They will sign off on your visa as well. Um, like kind of just letting you guys know, in my industry, I sell heavy duty truck parts. I was also on the equipment off road side,
Mm-hmm.
and the company I worked for we would hire lots of people from South Africa as well as Romania and the Ukraine,
Yeah.
and the company would sponsor them fully, and
Or
they sign off on you for like 3 years, where you have to work for that company for a minimum of 3 years.
mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, if that's your ticket over, why not, right?
Well, that's good.
Oh yeah. So I mean, there's opportunities, but it all depends on your employer. So a lot of research has to be done into the employer. But I mean, in terms of game dev stuff, I mean, you have way more options that they'll want to sponsor you, right?
Mm.
But I mean, it's literally like you gotta broach the subject. You gotta ask them, hey, are you interested in doing this?
Mm. So in writing a resume, I can put that I worked once in an indie company, and I can put that I mod old monolith games.
Yep. But you also have to work on your portfolio as well and step out from just indie stuff and maybe work on your own little, just like an asset show off game,
Yeah, you
like a
need
showcase,
to
right?
you need to do some small works that looks looking good actually. That's what you need to do.
The more work you do, the better it looks.
Yeah, but I mean like
That's
you don't do like big stuff, like concentrate on a small thing that you put a lot of time on. Oops. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yep,
Mm.
that's exactly.
So it's like making some scenes in Unreal and CryEngine.
Make some scenes in Unreal, CryEngine, do it in Unity, do it in anything. As long as you can showcase some of your work, people are gonna be like, "Oh, this is fucking awesome. This guy actually knows what he's doing," right? And
Well,
as shitty as it sounds, I mean, actually, most important part to know is when you go into uh, an interview, when you go into whatever you go into, if the
Mhm,
person that you are talking to is not interested in what you have to offer, or he doesn't like anything of what you have shown him,
mhm,
you're done. There's no saving that interview. There's no saving anything, which is kind of shitty. It's not really a fair chance and a fair gauge of giving you a fair platform to express to them what you can
mhm.
do. So unfortunately, a lot of the times it comes down to the mood of the person during that morning or afternoon.
Yep, that's
Um,
true.
I
But
don't want to scare you away, but I mean
yeah,
that is the case with a lot of job opportunities as well. Even in like any sector, you can do retail, you can do anything, and then depending who's interviewing you, you might have a good time, but you might not.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
this is
people are people, right? People hire people. Computers don't hire people, and if computers hired people, well, we'd have zero fucking problems.
yeah, that's true. And the thing is that the people that will do that will hire you, they can also like not like some like it's sad, but it's happened. Like they can don't like your person. So
Yep,
just because of that,
exactly.
they will not hire you. So this is sad, but it's true. So
Yep. And the end of the day, as shitty as it sounds, it's kind of just like high school, where it's a popularity contest.
mm. But you need to know a lot of people because that
Yes.
it's not only the portfolio. It's just like the anchor point that the people will help you get into the industry, and this is really important to know a lot of people.
But I mean, in today's world with any development, you have so many options with engines. You can showcase your work, and man, it is so powerful. It's so worth it to just do a little side project and just make a model, um, then do a nice little showcase for it. You know,
Yes, exactly.
there's a guy on the Android Play Store. He was making all those gun models, and it was literally like an interactive 3D gun view where you can pull the gun apart in certain pieces. I forget what development studio that he was hired onto, but he got hired on right away.
Probably as a weapon artist or art surface artist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, his models were super detailed, and it was
Yes.
cool. But it was literally just a showcase for him to get a job,
Yeah. Of course.
and he played it smart. So man, like work on your stuff, and don't be afraid to ask questions in like any platform, anything online. Join a forum, ask some questions, and like and the benefit for you is your reading comprehension on English is fucking top notch. So you're gonna have no issues there,
Mhm.
which is great. I can't say that for myself. I can't speak French. I can read it on a cereal box. And literally the only English I can speak is English is it. That's all I have.
Mm.
So I mean, you could even get started doing translations for companies too, right?
Well, on French, in French, everything I can say is bonjour and parlez-vous français. That's everything.
No, but I
Parlez-vous,
mean like
parlez-vous
your native tongue,
français?
your native tongue, your like German stuff like that. A lot of people don't
Yeah,
have those skills,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
yeah. I speak German. Deutsche
So
Sprache.
yeah,
Uh, how do you say parlez-vous français?
Parlez-vous français?
Parlez-vous.
Parlez-vous,
parlez-vous français?
parlez-vous français?
Parlez-vous.
Est-ce que vous parlez français?
Par- Parlez-vous français?
Est-ce que je peux aller aux toilettes, s'il vous plaît? I need to go to the bathroom,
je peux
please.
je peux aller aux toilettes, tabarnak.
Yeah, no, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, sad as it is to say, I did not pay attention much in French class.
Yeah,
Wish I did.
school is only fun when you start to do what you want to do.
Not what you're forced to do.
Yeah, not what you're
Uh,
forced to do.
to be honest, school is fun when you have homies.
Yeah, of course that helps.
School can be fun, but I mean, it all depends what you're interested in. I was way more interested in computer sciences as well as math, so I
Mm.
didn't really give much thought to learning French. I just said, whatever, fuck it.
Well,
And
yeah.
in my current life, I'm never going to need it. I don't need it for my job. I'm never ever going to. But if I wanted to move to Europe, is a great example, I should probably get to know another language.
Well, mostly English and German is present. As you know, French is speaking only in France. You know, German is speaking, for example, in Germany, in Switzerland, and Austria. You know,
Hmm.
so, and Russian is also a lot of percent. As you know, Russia, Belarus, and Ukraine, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, and Romania are speaking. I mean Russian. I mean Romania has its own language, Romanian, but also they speak Russian.
Yes. The original development team for the Master Server, the other guy's name was Alex Hair Alien. He was actually from Romania,
Mm.
and his English, oh my fuck, it was so good, so good. It's like, dude, how?
Yeah, I know. I
Like you
mean,
speak to him on the Skype, and it was like it's like he's been speaking English natively for like his entire life. Absolutely incredible.
I started to speak English when I was at the age of 5,
That's crazy,
6.
man.
Yeah, but in the last period, I gave more focus on German. You know,
So
and
did you learn that at home with your family, or were you forced to learn that in school?
German. I went to language school. You know,
Oh, cool.
yeah. In my home city, we have a special school for language. You know, and you can choose which language you want to learn. There's a English, there's a German, there's a French, Italian, and others.
So what made you want to learn English?
Well, I learned English from cartoons and video games and movies mostly.
Okay.
Yeah, and in elementary school, that just boosted me up to speak more with English-speaking people.
Hmm.
Elementary school and high school. Well, high school teach me nothing about English.
Well, I know with computer stuff too. Most of the well, let's say programming languages for one, and modding tools. And everything is done in English, right?
Mm,
Um,
everything's in English now.
yeah,
And that's computer science. Uh, I was age, I think age 4 or 5. You know, at the same time as I started speaking English, I started to use computer. You know, I
yeah,
was really young, and you know, at that period, I learned how to install a program. I mean, that's not a big deal, but for a 4 years old kid, that's a huge thing.
that's a
You know,
huge deal, man.
yeah, yeah, and like dozens of older kids didn't know how to turn on computers, and I know how to install a game and play it. You know,
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome.
and you know, from the early childhood, I started to learn things about computers, and now I, I'm at this point. You know, I remember at the first grade of high school, on the IT class, we were talking about operating systems. You know, and teachers asked us, what is the difference between Linux and Windows? You know,
Hmm.
and he was expecting an answer that someone said that Linux is for free. You know, and I answered. You know what I have answered? You don't know, huh?
Oh, well, Linux is great for fucking everything, not just free. It's just
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He
it's
was
open
expecting.
source, sharing.
Yeah,
It's huge.
yeah. You know, my teacher didn't expect that someone has that big knowledge of IT science,
Yeah.
and he was planning that someone would answer that Linux is for free, and I answered that Linux has a higher level of encryption in case of cyber attacks.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. And he was like shocked. I mean, like, dude, how do you know that? Like, yeah, I grew up with computers.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, and and in that IT class, he teaches us, how to make a folder, how to rename stuff, and like,
Oh my
entire
god.
entire class was doing that, making
Like,
folders, that stuff, and there was me who was coding on C++ at the same time.
no, it's funny how stuff like that happens. Like with depending who you have in your class, and
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's funny. I use Linux at home on my home server. Um, I have a backup service that gets all my backups done in the house. I have it serve all my media on Plex. I use it to download everything from TV shows and movies with Usenet. So I have services going on. I use it to encode video when I need to. And internal to the house, I have a 10 gig network, so you can transfer files at like 1 gig per second,
mhm.
which is pretty nice. Shit like that of setting up network shares and having not having to use Windows is huge to me because I don't want to pay for another license to have it running in the basement as a server.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
that's
why should I
true.
have to?
Yeah.
The server just serves stuff, and the lithfact.com website that's running on a Linux VPS that I'm renting from a guy in New York. Um, it's literally just a blank VPS. It's running Ubuntu, and I install the Apache. I install all that stuff separately. Um, I did an interesting test actually from my old host, which is a shared web host, which is also running Linux because most shared hosts are. Um, they're running the same version of PHP, the same version of MySQL, and I did a performance test between the two servers. For that AVP2 stats website, it took me with almost a million kills logged. It took me almost 30 seconds to cache one round, which includes like who killed who and what was the positions, et cetera, et cetera. When I tried the same code on my new server, it took 0.002 seconds per round. So I'm like, whoa. Why did that one take so much less time? And I started investigating, and I emailed them and said, hey, how many other users are also on this server? And the lady told me that there could be upwards of 100 plus. So then I got interested, and in Linux you can see what user ID number you are. I was number 80,000 on that server.
Yeah.
80,000 other users on that same server. So just having your own VPS was huge. But I mean, from 30 seconds to 0.02, that's, come on, guys, come on.
Okay, Enox, that's from your map or that's from single player?
Yeah, that's for my map. That's for my map. Yes.
Well, that looks very awesome.
Let's have a look here. Yes, projected lights, they're so nice.
Project texture are the best.
Yeah, it's so good. That's one thing Fear had that nothing else did at that time. Was that right there? It looks so good.
I think Half-Life can do it also. So
Half-Life can do it now, not back in the day.
oh no, okay, not. Oh, it's an update. Okay.
Yeah, you know that in 2009, 2010, Family Patch came out.
Yeah.
I think
And Left 4 Dead used
it's
it
called
extensively.
the wildfire patch or something like that. But
Didn't Left 4 Dead? Yeah, Left 4 Dead used that stuff like almost exclusively.
and Portal 2.
And Portal 2. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, and you need to tweak the engine to have more than one, because I think you can only have one in some games.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes. By default.
Fear's
Yes.
just like, here's a light, have a whole bunch.
Yeah. Yeah. In Fear, it's all lights.
That's awesome. All right, another door that you can't go into. Whew. Yes. Hopefully this map looks good. I hope this map looks good when it's done. I want that goddamn poster.
Oh, it's not a speedrunner contest.
Hey?
You said there's a prize, but it's not for the speedrun thing. The prize.
It's for the speed run as well as your media, your screenshot inside of a game.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's two contests, but before the October 25th. So hopefully I can get the art submission for my my map, if they'll allow it.
That guy Mark from Monolith, is he active?
He is just a community manager.
Yeah, but I know he's that in AVP2 Discord. And he wasn't active since that day when he came.
No, he found us somehow, and he joined just to explicitly tell us what's going on. Because the original dev team for Alien vs Predator 2 was such a key component to Monolith. I think that was when Jace worked there. That was when, like the key team worked there, right? So for them to want to be part of it is pretty huge.
Yeah.
Which explains why there's so much interest on it, right? Fuck, that looks awesome right there. Yeah. copy paste that wall? I can copy paste that wall. Yes. Love that. Copy paste is the best tool ever.
But you said I cannot copy paste my UV.
That's because it's UVs.
No, what I mean, like the copy UVs to another brush.
Oh fuck yeah, I could yeah. Hey, you guys you're using 3D right for your import export?
I'm using the. I'm not using 3ds Max 7 because it sucks. So
Why? Yeah, I know it sucks.
I'm using I'm using the new one instead.
Yeah, what would you use and run like 2012?
2019.
2019. Okay.
But I have other ones. I have 2013 also.
Yeah, I don't think anyone even owns 3ds Max these days.
It's so
It's so
much.
expensive.
Yeah, for not that much. It's the same thing with Maya. It's too much.
Yeah, it's always been expensive, which kind of sucks. And there's such key components to some of the workflows. It's like, how are you ever going to expect anyone to even own this?
The thing is that a lot of companies use Maya or 3ds Max, so that's why I know them just because of this.
Oh, now a lot of studios are trying to use Blender now too because it's free,
Yeah, this helps a lot.
which is awesome. I used to hate Blender, but after using the new version of it, I really quite like it.
I'm just seeing the Metacritic list for the best Monolith games. And the first place is No One Lives Forever. Second place, No One Lives Forever 2. And then goes Shogo Mobile Division. Then goes Fear 1. And then goes Alien vs Predator.
Yeah, Shogo was freaking awesome.
Mm,
That was a good game.
yeah. Alien. Both novels have 91 from
Uh,
100.
No One's Life
Yeah.
Forever is No One's Life Forever is amazing for the mood and the style.
Mm,
Not just that, but the
yeah.
animation on the faces, it was something that we hadn't seen before. It was awesome.
And the because of the colors they use, it still looks good because they use like vivid colors and like interesting shapes. So
Yep,
yeah,
yep. No, it was a great game. It was way ahead of its time.
it's not just cubes like spheres because fear is just cubes everywhere.
Yeah, Fear is just cubes everywhere.
Yeah, I know. But the thing that it's not great to do other things than cubes. But I mean you can, but it takes time and I don't. It's I don't seem to have all the future of AVP2. Like they removed some of the feature for some reason.
They didn't remove they didn't remove features. They just didn't utilize what they were able to do with Nolf. I mean, it was like another dev team,
Yeah,
and it's
probably.
unfortunate what happened because like you look at No One Lives Forever one, and you see the animation on the mouths of people talking, the facial animation, stuff like that. AVP2 literally just had one bone that just moved his lip up and down, or his eyebrows. There was no expression. It was just like it was terrible
Yeah, okay.
in comparison. Wasn't terrible in general. It was just in comparison, it didn't look as polished, didn't look as good, right?
Yeah,
Fuck. But you know what? We got aliens and predators in a single game, and we can kick each other's ass. It was great.
Yeah,
yeah.
I played and it's good. I like it.
Oh, also I have a question. Can you like move the vertex without with moving the UV at the same time? Because when you move the vertex, like the texture will is like world space. You know
Yes,
what
it's
I
all. It's
mean?
no. It's all world space, and you cannot change that.
Okay, because sometimes you want just like to move like a door frame and the texture will move with it, so it's annoying,
Y-
you know.
No, you have. Yeah, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. If
That's
it did, it'd be freaking amazing.
that's why it's only cubes because of stuff like this. and for the AI because doing nav mesh on like things that are organic is annoying.
Oh yeah, totally. The organic stuff, it's so much more. Could you imagine doing a full nav mesh for the or like an organic level? No,
No,
no, no.
not in those editor. Uh, but also, I will not. It will not work to have like a big outdoor environment for fear. It works like for other, like it works for AVP2 on other game, but the things like fear, because of the dynamic lighting and all that shit, you cannot do like a big environment
Hmm.
because it will looks like shit. But I mean, it can look good. It can looks good, but yeah, like we already talked about this and we talk about the map wood, and the map wood looks like garbage.
Oh,
So
that map is terrible.
yes, so yes. I mean,
We
you
were
can.
we were so excited when that map came out. We're like, oh my god, we're getting a new map. It's out. It's outside. We loaded up. We're like, okay.
It's the same tree. It's the same tree copy pasted everywhere.
Yeah, which wouldn't have been a problem if they changed the size of the damn thing.
Yeah, it's so
It was
fucking
all the
weird.
same size. It was terrible. It was awful.
Yeah, it's huge and it's just like they copy paste all the same assets. Yeah, without changing the size, without changing like the texture of the leaf and stuff like this.
Yeah,
And
it was bad.
they just like put one light and they didn't like put other lights to do contrast. So it was shite.
It was beautiful. It was a work of art.
Do you know Jim Sterling?
Do I know which?
Jim Sterling.
No, I don't.
Okay, because he likes to say the word shite. So it was shite.
It
it's,
was
it's
shite.
just it's just a shite. Yes.
Oh, is Jim? He's a YouTuber, right?
Yeah, he's a YouTuber, and
Okay, yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
likes to shit on the AAA companies.
Yes, I know who he is.
Okay,
I haven't
Okay.
watched his videos for years because they're shite.
because they're shit. Yes.
Out of memory. I have this error when I start No One Lives Forever 2 with chapter.
You ran out of memory.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
this
You
is
must
this
have a
is
super.
great. This is great.
Everything is fine. This is fine. All right, let's get this fucking thing on. Are you running a patch or anything, or just a vanilla game?
I ran up the edit for a chapter and I want to test the map and it opens the game to the loading screen and again crash. But this time I have the error which says out of memory. In AVP I don't have error.
Oh, out of memory. Oh, that error. Okay, that's actually a common error. I don't know how to fix it. It has to do with 3ds Max being open in the background. If you have that, it did it for me. Sometimes it'll say cannot create direct 3D device because it's being used by something else. There's a bunch of issues and I don't know how to fix it. So, good luck, sir. This is what we get for using old engines.
Maybe that guy Litek knows.
That guy Lithtech, he's kind of an idiot. Just being nice. Yeah. All right. Can you see that point from down here? No, you can't. Perfect. Perfect. There you go. So you'll get someone posting. Put you down there. I'm gonna be ready for a little playtest pretty quick here. If either of you fine gentlemen would like to take part in it, you're more than welcome to. texture does not line up.
Open project.
There we go.
Mm,
Oh, you motherfucker. It just crashed.
Mm.
God damn it. Sometimes it crashes so easily and you're just like, what? Why? Why'd you just crash? How far back am I? Oh, I'm not very far. De-edit for Talon, the oh, why'd you crash? Oh, no, okay, you're good. You're just hitching. Weird behavior tonight. So with Alien vs Predator 2, this version of de-edit, it actually does not support incremental autosaves. If you use it, it will corrupt your .ed file, which is super fun and awesome.
hmm.
So new players would be like, oh yeah, we can have an autosave like Fear, and then you come back the next day and your map doesn't even open because it's corrupted. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, you mean the autosave don't work?
Hey?
The autosave don't work?
Nope.
I will try it. I'm curious.
Now I have another error.
Which one's that?
Error in C global client mgr init couldn't initially see pop-up mgr.
Okay, usually that occurs. I sometimes get that error if I move my mouse when I launch AVP2. So try launching again, but don't touch your keyboard or mouse.
Nope.
Okay, then interesting.
No,
sucks.
the autosave works for me at least.
I don't use it anymore. I just save a copy every now and then. Every
Yeah,
night I finish a map, I just save another copy of it.
yeah. I just opened my backups and it works. So the thing is that it will only do one backups. It doesn't do an increment. But I'm doing myself the increment.
All right, that looks fucking awesome. We want to translucent.
Ooh, translucent.
Turn on chroma key.
Also, all the darn all don't like to talk. He's shy.
Hey?
That darn all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think he likes to talk because I never see him talk. I think in
He's a bit of a weird dude. I've known
voice
him for a
chat.
couple years now. He won't ever voice chat. He's just kind of a weird dude. But whatever.
Weird or not, he need to make a map.
Takes all kinds, right?
Yes.
I haven't listened about which person.
Lift Tech Guru.
I'll take you.
He will never ever voice chat with you, ever. He will also never ever really initialize a conversation with you unless it's related to Lift Tech. He just has no interest in chatting.
Hmm.
Which is unfortunate because talking is good sometimes to people. But whatever. Takes all kinds.
Yeah, he's good. But he's a good person, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Not saying he's bad, he's just weird.
He needs to make a map.
Yes, he does. Been egging him on for a while to make a map. No, it's fine. No, dude, make a map.
Yes, when there's some new people that join, you need to tell him, "Hi, make him
Yep,
up."
make a map. Come on, man. Come on. All right, we'll
It
stick
can
you right
just be
there.
just one room. I don't care. Make him up.
Make something.
Yeah, just make something. Make a tutorial, but like um, Litech Guru is doing tutorials, so he's doing stuff.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that. And hopefully, once I get the LiftTech site up, LiftFact site website up, and we can actually post tutorials ourselves, maybe he can actually do some for us too. It'd be awesome. Okay, but I gotta get this map done before anything.
Holy shit, this is big.
Player height in No One Lives Forever 2 NAVP is 96 units, just a little bit more than that. So keep that in mind. Player width is about 48 units. So they're little short, fat people.
Let me just start the game.
All right, this map is looking fucking good. I need more boxes.
More cubes.
Yep. Cubes are the future, man.
Yes, cubes.
You ever play that game engine called Cube? Sauerbraten?
No, I don't think so. I know
It's a
the
cool
game.
little
I
engine.
know the game Cube, but
It's a very cool little game engine called Cube 2 Sauerbraten.
so it's like Minecraft.
No. It's like you can edit in real time, like your map in real time. It actually calculates light maps in real time.
Ooh, that's cool.
It's pretty cool, actually. Hang on, where are
I'm
you?
wondering. I'm wondering about like a modern voxel engine. That would be
It's not
interesting.
Vox. It's not Vox. Oh, hey, did you see that new voxel that the guy had with like real time physics and things?
Yeah, you mean infinite detail stuff?
No,
No.
not that one. Fuck, what's that guy's name? Dragon something on YouTube. He had this video of this
Jack and
game
Jack.
engine. Yeah, him. Thank you. That's who it was. That engine looked amazing. Okay. Whoa, I don't want to rotate like that. What am I doing?
You must be a god
There we go.
among men to code your own engine.
If I can create my own engine, I wouldn't need to mod anything.
Yeah, that's
But I
true.
can't, so
But you also need to game design, and game designing is another thing.
okay. This map is ready to be processed and maybe tested. Please be sealed. Please be sealed. Found a zero thickness brush. God damn it. I did it again.
I would like to make my own version of LiftTech engine.
Well, hopefully with Hey Jake, we can actually get another renderer for this engine. And if that's the case, across Talon, even Jupiter for the most part, the game engine code is pretty much all the same. It uses the same entity names. It uses the same pretty much anything.
Mm-hmm.
So this could open up the doors for open source LiftTech.
Hmm.
But we have to wait to see how he progresses and if he's able to capture all the 3D data, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if he does that, oh man, that'd be awesome. I can't wait.
He's doing a bit like the guy I know, which is porting Prime One to PC.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, you need to like reverse engineer all the engine, all the game you play, all the stuff.
I
I
just
know.
I wish I could help. Hey Jake, but I don't have the knowledge to.
I don't have knowledge too, but I know something. I don't know if that's not the case with lead tech games, but the thing with Call of Duty. I remember when you run the game in developer version and you open one mission, it doesn't matter which one, you'll have a unique console
Hmm.
on one side of your screen and will show you the logs of the game, what game is processing right now, which decals, FX, that stuff.
Yep.
And you can use that log to check down where is the memory codes of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, he's able to see where it is, but he has to figure out what kind of format that the data is actually in. I think that's going to
Mhm.
be the hardest part for him.
Yeah.
Um, oh man, this looks fucking awesome. Sweet.
Well, the number
Uh,
of time you say it, I think it will be fucking awesome.
the
I mean,
exe file is
you're
written in C++,
setting
right?
you're setting the bar pretty high.
No, no, no. There's
Okay,
better looking maps.
but I mean, it's cool like that you can take like an old like games and like you make it looks fucking good.
I'm just glad these games have some sort of editor, right? Some sort of custom content that you can still make stuff for. So many of these games don't have that these days.
Yeah, and the after Fear they stopped doing it.
Yeah.
There's not even an editor for Condemn.
You know what? I'm curious because the way the edit is coded, it picks up all of the entity names from the object.lto, or in terms of whatever it is that they're using, the DLL file. That's all it is. They're just picking up the 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 classes inside that DLL when dedit loads. So theoretically, you should be able to make a custom map for condemned, no problem whatsoever.
Because the new guy that just joined, Crazy,
Hmm.
the new guy, he wants to make. He's interested like in making a map for Condemn.
I don't see why he can't. Now the tricky part will be coming into, well, obviously you're gonna have all your shader things and that black light and stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure how they do that effect, but it is definitely a shader effect. I'm just wondering if there's
Mm.
gonna be any weird setup that they had a custom version of the editor made for it, right?
Oh shit.
Which no one really knows.
It's
So
not
hopefully
like
it does it. You can just make a map for it.
maybe it's like Mirror Edge. Mirror Edge, you can just like take Unreal 3 editor, you put it with the executable, and you can make a map for Mirror Edge.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I think it's very going to be very similar to that, the way the lift tech stuff works. So I should actually download Condemned and try it myself. Because having custom Condemned maps, that would be fucking awesome. Because that game was so good.
yeah, it's pretty good. Also, I think you can. Do you know how you to write the new shaders?
Yeah, so I've wrote a couple shaders.
Because I think having like a generic vertex like blend shader that works and that you can use the RGB for different texture, that would be a good.
Yeah, yeah, we had made one of those. Me and another guy. His name was Scia, SCIA. He was a No One Lives Forever community dude, and we were making terrain levels. And we were interested in blending them, and we actually figured out how to do it. He came up with a shader idea, and we actually learned how to program HLSL shaders. and he got it looking pretty sweet. But I don't remember where all that stuff went. I guess it was so long ago. It's all missing.
Hmm.
And I have a bunch of stuff on a hard drive from TimeGate. I have a dev version of Fear Dev SP that doesn't require a CD in the drive.
Yeah, that you're supposed to send
Um,
to us, but you didn't do it.
no, I have to find it first. It's on a hard drive,
Hmm.
and I have one hard drive that doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, at some point when you get old, you have like a library of hard drive.
So hopefully I can get that hard drive working because that would be pretty sweet to have.
uh, by the way, how old are you? Maybe that's a personal
Yeah,
question.
about the hard drive. I really want that old storyline of the game. I really want, you know. I'm really interested in that. I want to see who Conrad Craig is about that highway mission and stuff. Not really, just I want to know.
The highway mission is pretty cool.
Did you test it?
Yeah,
Uh,
it wasn't really a whole lot. I mean, the preview was literally that was basically the level. It was just like going down the highway.
it doesn't
Um,
matter. I want
the
to try it.
the ninjas actually, like, you know, the fear ninjas, they actually have animations for shooting backwards from the bike.
Hmm.
Um, in the base fear game, you can use it and it does work. Um, Layer 101, he made a highway map kind of. The way we tricked it is we just scrolled textures along on the highway and kind of we just keyframed um, like a bridge going towards you or whatever, and then once it get past you a certain amount, it would be clipped by the fog, and then it would reset to back in front of you.
Hmm.
Is this true? So it's not a real vehicle thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, you mean you fake the
Yeah,
ride?
yeah.
Yeah,
We faked the whole thing, and it
yeah.
worked pretty good. Um,
Yeah,
It's
and
like
what was the problem?
in those cartoon movie with the repeating background.
yeah, exactly. It's like literally just panning textures.
Yeah, uh, but I want to ask, what is the problem with that mission? I mean, the dev says that they spent 2 months working on that, and just it didn't work out. What is the problem?
The problem was that it didn't really play into the whole aesthetic of fear. Like, why were you on a bike? Why were you chasing guys down highways? It
Mhm.
didn't really have anything to do with the horror aspect of the game,
Yeah,
and it was cut.
it happens once, so it doesn't it has anything to do with the main gameplay because like if you're doing stuff like this, you need like to make more than one. Like you need to make some sort of introduction to it, and then you have like other section of gameplay for it. Because like just
But I
having
mean,
one like this is a bit weird and
yeah,
out of place, So
it was so out of place in that it also removed the ability for the player to move, which is so key to all of the lift tech games where you have full control over your player at all times. Whereas that's like literally like a rail shooter,
yeah, it's scripted.
Mm.
and it didn't sit well with people. They didn't enjoy it. It wasn't very fun. It did not test very well.
But it would be nice if they have keep the physics for the vehicle the because you can there are some remains there's some remnant of the vehicle physics havoc.
Mm. And their animation again, I open up model edit and go to Jankowski model, and there are animation for driving, for getting inside the car, outside of car,
Yep.
driving and shooting and stuff like that. There,
Oh yeah.
that's present. And the car that was used in the mission is that very same car on the beginning of the first interval when Rodney Butters drives to the hospital.
Yeah, all that stuff's in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
if you look
the
at
map
the
itself.
yeah maybe if you look at the AI, you can you can tell the AI to or a player to mount on a vehicle, and then you can tell in which end you will be able to shoot. There's
Yeah,
like stuff
and
like this.
that was used actually. It was actually used quite a bit, but then it was just it's just scrapped, and a lot of that stuff was remnants from No One Lives Forever 1 and 2 because 1 and 2 had vehicles.
But you can't drive them.
Like the yeah, well, the snowmobile in No One Lives Forever 1, that is still a thing, and AVV 2 actually has all that code in it, but it's just commented out.
Mm.
You know, it's funny the way they. It's funny the way game development studios do things. Instead of removing it from the game completely, they just ignore it and just leave it because it's faster and it's more time efficient, right?
But
Yeah.
I like this because you can. It's like secrets after.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, there are some still assets and stuff like materials from that mission highway present in the game that was not used in the game, but can be found in the world edit. For example, this. Hold on, I'm gonna send you. I'll just open up world edit again.
All right, let's compile this fucking thing.
Poor Alma.
Uh,
Poor Alma. She was abused in all the Fear games. There's too much Alma.
mm,
I
Gotta
mean,
love Alma.
she's cool, but like, I kind of agree with Litek Guru when it would be cool if they do like, if they did like other horror cases with the Fear team, and you can learn more about the Fear team and backstory and stuff.
uh, materials.
All right, guys, I'm going to go because I gotta compile the map. It'll probably take 10 minutes, and I gotta go make dinner.
Okay. Have a nice
So I
day, night.
will talk to you guys later.
Later tonight.
Peace.
Well, if you guys are on later, because I'll probably be going until 12, so I got 6 more hours left.
Yeah, I will be here like until 3 or 4 a.m. So
Yeah. Right now, I'm uploading this image to the Fear chat. For example, you have this still
yeah,
present.
Monolith Road in Auburn. Yep, yep. So Auburn is so just outside of actually Monolith is in Auburn. It's just south of Seattle, just a little bit, and north of Tacoma. So yeah, it's an actual town. Monolith Road, no, that doesn't exist.
so
And
are you mapping correctly, or this is just to show the thing? Badjo, I'm talking to you.
right now, I'm just seeing this stuff.
You need to map.
Okay, I'm gonna go, guys.
Okay, go.
Okay, have a nice day.
Okay, see ya.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to ask him what age you have.
Well, he said that he was 18 years old when he started to work in Monolith, and that was 2004. Now calculate 2004 minus 18. Hold on.
Oh,
So he's 1986.
he's 33, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old.
Yep, he's old.
Yeah.
And you?
I'm in between you and no, I'm more closer to him. I'm 26.
26.
Yeah.
So you're like 8 years older than me.
Yeah.
I'm 18.
Yeah, I'm more closer to him, but not by much. But yeah.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
If a hard drive broke, can it be fixed?
You need to go to a shop. But what it happens once to me, and I did go to a shop and it was free. And well, it was a friend, so that helps. But you can also like look on Google, like all the problems. But it can be fixed, but not necessarily it could be broken because the hard drive is it flash or it's mechanical?
No, no. I want these dev files that this dude have, and I'm asking for that about that.
Oh, what you want the files for from on it or what?
From old storyline of the game. You know that Jeff have, and he has the broken hard drive.
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he still have the hard drive, like, but he didn't do anything with it.
You know how badly I want that. How badly to try it.
It's all the persistent date stuff.
Mm, it's just a developer. The thing is that I know he knows, and I won't upload that somewhere because it's under NDA agreement, and I cannot upload. But I just want to test.
Yeah, but
Just
we also have like the best thing we have now is the well for fear. It's the resurrection map, and we have also the second map of the game by Little Guru, I think. Um, so just with those two, we can already like learn a lot. So
yeah.
just with those two, you can learn how to do AI with the soldier, at least with the soldier. So you could just like look at those map and like take one of the AI arena and just look how it's made, and you can easily do AI after.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I can also like show it, but it would take some time.
Hmm.
Yeah, I could. If I show it, I will need to do a tutorial at the same time.
Mm-hmm. You can write a new tutorial on Litvac.
Yes. Also, I recorded all the talks here.
What?
I'm currently like streaming. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, but I will not necessarily like put it online, but if you guys don't mind, because all the talks is registered,
Mm-hmm.
it will be a Lead Tech podcast.
Hmm. Uh, hold on. I know it is not finished, but take a look at this. Hold on. Uh, game materials
I'm triggering.
railway.
I'm triggering. I'm triggering Lead Tech Guru.
Hmm. Hmm.
What's this? What's this? Yeah, that's a Q map.
Yeah,
Mm.
and now take a look at this. When you open it up, it's a DDS file. Take a look at this. Hold on, I'm gonna send you pictures.
Oh yes, this is a cube map.
Now take a look at this picture. Ain't that very same skybox?
That skybox is actually in the game. I think I'm actually using that for the map I'm working on, which is that orange
Uh,
skybox. It's maybe not the
I can.
same. It's maybe not the same. Let me check.
No.
Oh no,
It's
no, it's
not
not
the
the
same.
same. No, it's not the same because
It,
it
it
has
it's
it has three mountains. It has mountains, and the one we have is just a black bar with no mountains.
uh, that orange skybox is not the same like in this highway mission, but that skybox in that highway mission is identical to this in this DDS file.
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
Just pay attention to the skies, to the clouds.
Yeah, but the screenshot, it has a water tower in it, I think. Also, you can do those cube maps when you're in game. You can press F12 and it will do one,
Mm,
and then you can use it to make some reflection on stuff. So you are playing Nulf.
I can't start up the game.
Wow, bad. Okay. Oh yeah, because of the issue.
Mm,
So what was the problem with Fear with the television effect?
mm, fear of television.
Yeah, you sent a picture with like the monitor was all white lines.
Ah, it was unsupported resolution.
Oh, okay. Because you mean like a 4K resolution?
No. Oh, let me see which resolution are unsupported.
I'm wondering if you can play 4K.
Yeah, the thing is that main menu is works differently than missions,
Yeah, it's
and
small.
yeah,
It's
and
small. Yes.
yeah, and resolution works differently, like I said, in main menu than in missions in gameplay actual. And the thing is that uh, when I put unsupported resolution, the gameplay missions worked fine without any problem, but main menu doesn't. You know, I just reach out and I can't see anything. I can hear the sounds in the background, when I move the mouse around, and I can hear that sound when you cross the cursor over the something, that blink sound, but I can't see anything.
Hmm. So what are you doing right now, you said?
Nothing, just chilling.
Nothing.
Uh,
Okay. I will take. I will not talk too much right now. We'll do stuff and concentrate more, and maybe later. But I will stay here.
I will go now because it's almost 3 a.m.
No. Okay. You better.
So,
Yeah, you better go.
so have a nice day or night.
Yes, you too. Have a good night.
Yeah.